with their shoes gray. Don't stop, flee your chains, your last chance to escape.
Hello YouTube, this is Quantem Fear and welcome to another one of my videos. This is, this is a first for me, obviously. This is a League of Legends game. I had just barely started playing this a couple of days ago. I'm enjoying this quite a lot at the moment. I only have 3 different champions. I have Katarina, Kaylee, and Ashe. I've really only used Katarina. I'm not very good, but I figured that if you guys would be giving me tips, you can watch me get better. So this is a 5 versus 5 match against bots. Right there, I'm just buying the boots of speed and some heal potions. I found the heal potions pretty useful. And just kind of getting ready for the fight. This is really the first fight that I did after really starting to understand the game itself. Meaning that you should basically what you do in the beginning of the game. Before, I was always kind of going off and I would go after the champions because that's what I thought you're supposed to do. And in fact, you don't actually do that till much later in the game. You're actually supposed to do that. You basically take out the minions. And so I actually spend for the first time ever, and I think I do a lot better in this game than I have in other ones, my other 3 at this point. I kill the minions and I get experience and stuff. So Katarina, she's a DPS class. If you didn't know, she's basically a knife wielder. She has a couple of spin attacks. She has, basically she's a rogue from World of Warcraft, if that helps at all. I start out using her Q ability. I get that maxed out almost as soon as I can, with Whirlwind and Shino coming up really close to the second. I use Whirlwind a lot, actually. In Shino, I've seen other players zip around a lot using Shino. I don't quite know how they do it yet, but I'll figure it out. So there's the first wave of minions that I see in, so I go after them. It's right here, and I'm like, oh geez, there are 2 of the other champions with them, so I kind of decide to hand back on this one. I don't quite go as aggressive as I probably would have if they weren't there. I don't really know what either of them are. I think one of them is a tank, and the other one, I'm not sure. It looks like a girl riding a big fuzzy thing. At any rate, I'm basically just concentrating on the minions at this point. Just using my Q as much as I can, because it also gives them a mark that I can do more damage, and just keep going. This is sped up, by the way. I sped it up only a little bit, so like by 20%, basically it's just so things move along a little quicker. One thing I was surprised at actually about these games, at least with the bots anyway, how long they are. I mean, they're close to 40 minutes a match, which for some reason surprised me. I would expect these to be more like 20-minute games, and but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm taking out the turret. I am, by the way, very annoyed that abilities don't work on turrets, so or at least from what I can tell, so that's annoying. So there's my teleport ability, getting behind some of the minions. Here I'm like, oh crap, I just noticed that I am the only one around and the turret's aiming at me. Obviously I decided to try to bug out, but didn't work. Right there, the reason I jumped right back up, because I used resurrection, so I could just get right back up and go back back into the fight. There is a 600-second, which is 10-minute cooldown on that thing, which is a lot, but it is what it is. So picked up some supplies. I had enough for a attack build. I noticed right there that, oh crap, I'm pretty much alone, so I head back and look for reinforcements. I'm trying to zip. I'm trying to nab out of them as much as I can. Katarina apparently supposed to be used as like a harassment person, where you get in there, you get a couple times, and you leave. That's probably more of a late game thing from what I'm finding, because I don't have the abilities to really get in there, kill things, and do any real damage. So I just end up getting in there and then leave. My here, what do I have? My social abilities are well, heal and resurrection. I'm actually going to change one of those pretty soon to teleport so she can get around even quicker. And see how that goes. I'm really actually enjoying her. She's really kind of cool. It'd be kind of neat if I could get one of her other skins. She has a few that I really like, but at this point I'm just not really willing to spend the money. Cool. To be told, to the truth be told. And that's really the only way you can get riot points now, isn't it? Yeah, so that's just me heading back. That's one of the lessons I did learn, is that you have to teleport back. It gives you a chance. Not only does it heal you up, but it does give you a chance to equip more. And by doing that, you basically end up, or you don't die quite so much. That was one of in my first couple of matches. I was probably worth half the deaths that the other team put on me, or put on my team. So I had to figure out why that was happening, and so that's pretty much what I figured out. I noticed that a lot of my other teammates would hang around until they died. They would back out as much as when they could, and to teleport home. And I actually, one of my mastery abilities is a reduction in recall spell, so it actually happens quicker than most.
Why? Because I can.
Which is pretty neat. For those of you that don't know, mastery is basically like the World of Warcraft skill trees. It looks identical, so I'm not sure if there must be a connection of some sort there, but I don't know. Maybe by the same guy. I honestly don't have any idea. So again, I'm just trying to get some extra points. I have the Night Lady there. She's proven to be a tough nut to crack, so I get out of there. I am not a player character, or I'm not a champion killer yet. I don't have the actual skill to do it. I more get in there and do what damage I can before dying, which is kind of pathetic to say, but there you have it. So we just keep on trucking here.
Never play.
I have no runes set up, by the way. I'm not even sure how they work at this point. I just recently found out what the hell mastery was. Like I said, I'm very, very new at this, so don't be hating.
To the point.
One thing, I'm a big fluff fan. For those of you that may not know, fluff is another way of saying background story for games of any sort, role-playing or computer or whatever. There's usually a background story, and they call it fluff. And I'm finding that the fluff for League of Legends is huge. I mean, it's incredible. And these characters have so many different skins. It's really, some of them are just flat out silly. There's that. Let's see if I can go on real quick here. See if I can find that. There's a mage.
Why?
Who,
Because I has been
slain.
Find him. Raze. He's a blue mage. He has a Uncle Sam skin, so basically dressed up like traditional Uncle Sam from the U.S. It's so weird looking, but there's a lot of them that have that kind of thing. Some of them are like, hey, this is Halloween, so here's a skin for that, and so on. And it's kind of cool to see. Not really my thing, but it's fun to look at. And if it was free, I would definitely probably use it a few times, but I'm not gonna pay for it. I want my characters to look menacing or cool or whatever, not silly. But it is what it is. You go use and this sometimes it's just fun. I've only ever I used Ashe in the
Your team has destroyed
training
a
one,
turret.
and I bought her by mistake using the free riot points to get at level 3. I bought Katarina because I'd seen her used before, and she looks like some DPS that I could get behind, and it actually worked out pretty well. And Kylie I just think there's a Justicar Knight thing. I wanted someone with more health, and I just haven't gotten around to using it. But I also did use
Without mercy.
Lulu or Lilu or something like that. Let's see here. Lux. Sorry, I used Lux. She is apparently more of a support character. I've seen a lot of people use her very effectively, and they usually end up with a lot of damage. So I would use Ash more, but often enough somebody else grabs her before I can get to her. So I'm using Katarina. I'm just getting used to her. I like her. I don't like how I have to get in the middle of everything to really do a ton of damage, but you know, you can't have everything. So what I did there is I went to the middle because the Lux person on my side requested aid at the outer turrets, and if anything, I am definitely a team player. I am not the most aggressive player in any game I play, and I'm not about getting kills. I'm about helping the team win. So you'll find me usually doing roles like medics or mechanics in first-person shooters and stuff, because I just can't seem to kill people out on a real regular basis. Yeah, there's Misfortune got me. Gosh, she's hard to. She's a good character. I need to arrange getting her, but I have such a hard time actually against her. But yeah, so I tend to use some more support classes to help, heal or just help out, opposed to really going for like the top damage guy. That's just not who I am. So here I am. I'm just picking up more stuff. I died obviously against that. I'm heading up to the top. I believe from now on I pretty much spend the rest of my game in the middle lane, because the Lux there really requests the help, and eventually the whole team, the other four are in the middle, because the Lux really is the one who takes it.
An ally has been slain.
I try to use the quick commands, because I know I've seen people do it where they told me to back up or whatever, and I was trying to figure out how to do it, but it wasn't working.
Only fools hesitate.
I still don't know if I'm playing this right, because they always, all the bad guys, my opponents, always seem to turn out with so many more hit points than I do. And I must be the characters I use. I don't know. I gotta try out Kylie, because she has a ton of hit points, but she's a very different type of character than Katarina. So I gotta figure that out. Before I really get into this game and try going off and buying different champions. There's so many of them. There's over 85 champions. I don't know if you know that. At least the ones that I have access to, anyway. And some of them, like the highest ones, I get roughly 200. Let's say 200 points per match at this point, which I'm sure goes completely up when you play against other people and against not beginner areas. And so it'd take me close to, like this guy here, Brand, he is 4,800 points. If I get 2 points, that's 12 matches. It would take me to, no, that's 14 matches, 24 matches I'd have to do, and 24 matches, each one's about half an hour on the swim side, so that's 12 hours straight of playing for one guy. That's a lot for one character, and I don't even know if I want him. And that's about the average for a lot of these. I mean, you can get some, like Ash, she was 400 points, something like that. So, wasn't nothing to sneeze at, but wow. I guess that's why you need to wait for sales. Really, like, hey, there's a sale on these guys. Okay, I'm gonna go get them now. Another person I've really had such a rough time with is Annie. Her big stuffed teddy bear thing is crazily annoying. I'm not quite sure how else to put it. It's so obnoxious. Some of the skins are pretty neat though. Alice in Wonderland. You know, I'm a little kid. You're not gonna mess with me because I got my big fuzzy bear with big claws. Okay, so what are we doing here? Let's see here. I was trying to head up to the top lane again, but then I saw the guys right there. Figured I'd go help. I saw at least one, so I activated my supreme ability. Took out some minions to garner some XP. I'm actually keeping ahead of the XP curve this time for the first time ever in any game, and I keep on trucking. There is one time I almost get away until someone comes up a side. Yeah, see right here, I decided to hunt this guy down and take him out. I do not actually. Like, there's another luck. Being a mage, that means by definition she should be squishy. And I get most of her ability out, but then my Lux gets the last kill. There's Misfortune trying to take her out. She is supposed to be a pretty squishy target, which she is, because I took out with one move. I took out half her ability, between me and my teammate there. But she managed to get away. She is incredibly fast. If you don't know that, she actually gets bonuses too. If she's not being attacked, she actually gets more bonuses to just run. Called strutting. One of the weirdest ability I've ever heard in my life.
Only fools hesitate.
There's a Monkey King right there, and let's see what we got here. That's the guy right there with the scroll. He's the mage I was talking about. He actually has the Uncle Sam costume, and I bite it on that one, annoyingly so. Another 20-second wait. And you know what? After this, I think I'm gonna start filtering out my my deaths. That way, you don't have to sit here and wait. Makes more sense. I should have thought of that earlier. Okay. So we're just hit the 20-minute mark in the game. Getting more armor there. I forgot about the defense of the Guardian Angel male, I guess. I completely forgot about that. So once I'm all equipped it up, I head off back into the Yonder. Again, down the middle lane. There seems to be a difference in how you affect what you do depending on what lane you go down. I need to look more into this, but a couple of podcasts I've listened to talk about figuring out bottom or top lane strategy, and I've never, honestly, I don't know what that means, and I need to figure that out. And they also use the word alt a lot, and in my opinion, alt means, you know, alternate character on my alt, but I don't know what it means when in reference to League of Legends. If anybody does know that, just put it down in the comments so I can, you know, so I can know. Maybe I'll share it with you guys on the next one I do with these. Come on, I'll filter this out for you. Turns out I really don't need to, because frankly I hit my resurrection one and I'm off and running before too long. I don't think I last very long though. But honestly, this is the best I've done in ever. But for my fourth match, you know, not including the tutorial, I think I'm still pretty good. I guess I have the. Oh wait, here we go. Am I gonna? Yeah, see, got hit by a luck blast. All right, be back. Okay, so here we go. Once again, grabbing some more equipment. I think I'm still not sure which equipment is supposed to be best. I get, you know, apparently damage and ability is supposed to be the best, and obviously since I don't have mana, anything like that is completely useless to me. But at this point, you know, I died 8 times, and out of the 27 deaths for or kills for their team, you know, honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Granted, it's makes up for more than my fair share, but you know, it's still worth it. And at this point, I'm trying to catch up to the push that our Lux is I warp in there using Shino with on the Monkey King there. Trying to do as much damage to the. See, there's no minions there, so I'm getting hit, smacked. Right here happens. I'm about to transport, and this guy whacks me with a ball of snow. Yeah, wasn't happy about that. Okay, so. So back I am. Looks like I don't decide to buy anything there. So let's, and again, I always end up with the intentions of heading to the top lanes. Actually, in this case, not so much, because it was very, very important that I, we're beating up on our turret. You gotta protect your turret. And right there, again, the teleporting ability, I upgrade. One thing that apparently a lot of people don't know, or don't realize anyway, is that as you go up, your armor also goes up. At least for most of them. I guess some of the newer, there's one guy, he's one like the newest champion, he doesn't. His armor doesn't go up automatically. But so basically the tougher, basically as you go up levels, it's not just your abilities that you select, but your stats increase. There's Misfortune again, once again, slowing us down. She does that a lot, and it's really obnoxious. Does anybody know if, like, besides, the ones being broken and having, for champion reasons, if champions are really, the cheaper champions are any different than the more expensive ones? Or if just because they're cheaper means that they're like an older champion, so, I don't know. I just noticed that some of the pricings varies really a whole lot, so it's just curious. But then again, there are all these bundles. I'm tempted to add up all the bundles and see how much it costs to get all of them. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? But at almost 4,000 each. Let's see here, so we can find that out. 4,000 each. There's 3 of them, basically. Oh yeah, see, the Lux was heading back, and for some reason I warped into him. I should have run back with him and waited for the turrets. Let's see here, 4,000 each, 12,000. It cost me somewhere between $80 to get all of them. And I guess it's a deal. Apparently if you do get all of them, the bundle pack, you actually end up fair number of them. Whenever I get caught one of the slow effects by misfortune, I really do try to do the Shino out, but for whatever reason, there never seems to be a bad guy around me, or more likely, I just don't notice. And here I am trying to get the hell out. Recall. The health potions are more of a stopgap. If everybody wondering about that, it heals damage over time for a little bit, but not really enough to to matter. I guess it's not like you can hang out and just sustain on drinkable potions. It just doesn't work that way.
Legendary.
So as you can see, our characters have made it all the way to the end up here, just like that. Trying to push. All of our characters are there. Actually, what ends up happening, I think a few times, is that our characters, all our characters die, and so we end up heading somewhere else, or like they get, because a lot of our ability, or our towers are down, so it's easy to get to our home base. I see that the minions freeze minions only zone, so I kind of try to get some good XP here. Throw a Q through a couple of whirlwinds, and they'll die real quick. But I believe, yeah, there it is. There's one, and there's another one coming up. So I get sideswiped and just killed. Hello. Well, look at it. I actually do well. Just can't get away from it. Once again, misfortune. Apparently, the key to her is if you die, if she kills you, if she's around, you gotta take her out first. She is a huge damage dealer, but very much a glass cannon, from what I understand. again, I'm new at this, and this is all just stuff that I've read, honestly. So continue having at it, killing things. We got 14 seconds. I'm not even gonna bother. Cut editing. You know, I think a few times I looked at this and go, hey, I can use resurrection, but really I shouldn't. So I'm back. So there's a any of you Warhammer fans out there that looks like a Genestellar. I'm not really surprised. It's a pretty common look for people. Now what do? We just passed the 31-minute mark on the game, and we're killing the. See, I wasn't paying attention right there, and I had my guy auto run and ended up passing a couple of bad guys. I did an ultimate move there. Obviously didn't do too much, and I should have. Yeah, that was so stupid of me.
Shut down.
So I hit resurrection real quick, and then I am gone. Resurrection, if you didn't know, also gives you a burst of speed. That's what the glittery trail behind me is. And I am basically just heading.
An enemy has been
Yeah, I also have a life-sucking sword that has vampire abilities. I'm not so sure that applies to me, honestly. I don't know if that's only for people who already have that ability. I do not, but I also forget to use my number 2 for whatever reason. There I am. I actually take down one person there. I think I have one other one somewhere, but I do not know that for sure. Continue on, and again, misfortune hits me and takes me out. So, resurrect, and on we go. How much time do we have left in this? We have less than 5 minutes left. So the game is pretty much drawn to a close here. We have already taken out the inhibitor, so we got super minions. I guess the inhibitors respawn. When I first started doing this, I didn't really realize that. Makes a certain amount of sense. And our Lux, Claren, I guess the person's name is really leading the charge on this. They end up pretty much first in all the various places. So over here, I decided I gotta help take out this turret as much as I can. And I decided to take out some of these minions. I really gotta learn something. Okay, so the turret down. I have to get credit for the turret. Yep, there we go, and I got it. I figure it's worth it if we're taking out the turret.
Keep friends close.
Alright, so off we go again. Yeah, once again, I'm aiming for the top lane, but then I pretty much shift to second lane, or the middle lane, because that's really where our major push is.
Shut down.
Often I hear them say that, you know, so and so is unstoppable or the legendary. I'm not sure. Does that mean the number of kills they got or something? In other games, it's the number of kill streaks you have, and a lot of those guys I know have gotten killed in between. So I don't know if that's. They almost kill the knight person here, but they get away. And once again, my Lux takes the credit. I believe, oh boy. Take out the mage. I got the mage. Yay! That means I actually got 2 kills. That's cool. We're taking out the inhibitor because it did respawn. I see the bad guy. I decided to zip over, shoot Shino over there. Kind of hit him a couple times with a wave. Take out this. And now we got super spawns again. And I believe this is pretty much near the end. I'm going to die here. Maybe not. I think so. Wait for it. There it is. And after this is the last push. So, enjoy the rest of the video. I hope you liked it. Comment. Tell me how I can get better, and I will tape it, and hey, you can watch me improve live, because it's reality TV at its best, people. Thanks again. Comment, like, and I'll talk to you later.
Why? Because I can. Never play fair.
Unstoppable. Shut down.
Keep friends close.
Enemy double kill.
Without mercy. Only fools hesitate. I can't wait.